Hello, good morning children. Today in this video I am going to explain class 6 geography chapter 5th chapter major domains of the earth. What are the major domains of the earth? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and fourth biosphere. Okay, biosphere. In this, lithosphere means the continents, the earth layer. Okay, the layers of the earth and what are the continents spread on the earth's surface. I have explained in the lithosphere. Hydrosphere means the ocean bodies which spread on the earth's surface. That also I explained. Now let's see atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere means here the layer of the gas which surrounds the earth's surface is called atmosphere. The layer of the gas which surrounds the earth's surface is called atmosphere. Now let's see the uses of this atmosphere. Uses of this atmosphere are: the atmosphere provides us air. The air we breathing. What the air we breathing? We are getting from this atmosphere only. Next, it protects us. Atmosphere protects us from harmful sun rays. Okay. So these are the two uses. It provides us with air and we breathe, and protects us from the harmful effects of sun rays. The atmosphere extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers height. 1600 kilometers height. Till from the earth's surface to 1006 kilometers it spreads. So on the earth's surface up to 1600 kilometers, all this layer, this is called atmosphere. Okay. Next, the atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. So this atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. Okay. Based on what? Based on composition, temperature and other properties. These layers starting from Earth's surface are called the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. So how many layers? 5 layers. Here up to this 1600 kilometers 5 layers are there. What are those layers? Let's see. First one is troposphere. Second one is stratosphere. And the third one is mesosphere. And the fourth one is thermosphere. And the fifth one is exosphere. So these are the 5 layers. Up to this, from the earth's surface up to this 1600 kilometers atmosphere is there. This atmosphere is divided into these 5 layers, and these 5 layers are: first troposphere, second layer is stratosphere, third layer is mesosphere, fourth layer is thermosphere and the fifth one is exosphere. That means from the earth's surface to up to the universe. Okay. Now, the atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen, which make up about 90% of clean dry air. So this complete atmosphere is combined with nitrogen and oxygen. Which makes up to 99% of clean, 99% of clean and dry air. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and others comprise 1% by volume. So here this nitrogen is 78%. Nitrogen is of 78% and oxygen is 21% and remaining other gases. Okay, other gases they comprise, see how many? 99, up to here 99, and that 1% is with other gases. Oxygen is the breath of life while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organism. So this oxygen, we will use this oxygen for our breathing, for our life, and this nitrogen is used by plants. Plants use this nitrogen. They will absorb this nitrogen in preparation of food. Okay. Carbon dioxide, though present in minute amount, is important as it absorbs heat radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the planet warm. So, in these other gases only carbon dioxide is also there. So, this carbon dioxide, what it does? It absorbs heat. It absorbs heat radiated by the earth. Radiated by the earth. Absorbs heat radiated by the earth. Here, where this heat comes, due to the sun's rays, sunlight, the earth gets warmer. This heat radiated by the earth. Okay, the earth will radiate this heat, and this heat will be absorbed by carbon dioxide. That heat will be absorbed by carbon dioxide. And it keeps the planet, this carbon dioxide, by absorbing this the heat of the earth, it keeps our planet, the earth planet, warm. It is also essential for the growth of plants. So this carbon dioxide also essential, that means useful for plants. The density of the atmosphere varies with height. So this I already said you. Okay, 16,000 kilometers, up to 16,000 kilometers it spread. So going to the height, the density of the atmosphere, that means the thickness of the atmosphere varies. That means it will be different in different layers. It is maximum at the sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. So here on the sea level it is very thick. Here it is thick, and as it goes up it decreases. It decreases. Okay, అంటే ఏమవుతుంది, పైకి వెళ్ళే కొద్దికి తగ్గుతుంది అన్నమాట. You know, the climbers experience problems in breathing due to this decrease in the density of air. The people who climbs the mountains, as they go up, what they will do? They will carry oxygen cylinders. Why? Because as they are going up, the density of the atmosphere decreases. That means oxygen levels will not be sufficient for them. That's why they will carry oxygen cylinders. They have to carry with them oxygen cylinders to be able to breathe at high altitudes. The temperature also decreases as we go upwards. As we go upwards, the temperature also decreases. The atmosphere exerts pressure on the earth. This varies from place to place. Some areas experience high pressure and some areas low pressure. So, in some areas pressure also high and some areas it's very low. Okay, next. Air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Moving air is known as wind. What is that called? Wind. Moving air is called wind. Moving air is called wind. Okay. So, this is about atmosphere. One more time I will revise. See, atmosphere means the layer of the gas which surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. Atmosphere spreads up to 16,000 kilometers on the earth. So, this atmosphere is divided into 5 layers from sea level to upside. So, the first layer is troposphere, second one is stratosphere, third one is mesosphere, fourth one is thermosphere, and the fifth one is exosphere. So, what are the gases comprised in the atmosphere? Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and other gases. What is the percentage of nitrogen? Nitrogen is of 78%. Oxygen percentage 21%. Carbon dioxide and other gases comprises with 1%. So, and what are the uses of this atmosphere? Atmosphere provides us air what we breathe in, and it protects us from the harmful sun rays. Okay, so in these gases, this oxygen is helpful for human beings and animals. We will absorb this oxygen, and this nitrogen and carbon dioxide is absorbed by plants, and CO2 absorbs the heat radiated by the earth, and it keeps our earth planet warm. Okay, next. So, the atmosphere moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. This is about atmosphere. Now, let's see biosphere, the fourth domain of the earth. What is that? Fourth domain of the earth? That is biosphere. Biosphere. Okay, let's see what is this biosphere. Okay, biosphere. The biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between land, water, and air. The narrow zone of contact between the land, water, and air. That means nothing else. The composition of lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere together is called this biosphere. Okay. Land, that means lithosphere, water means hydrosphere, air means atmosphere. So, this total composition is called biosphere. It is in this zone that life that is unique to this planet exists. Okay, so on the earth's surface, whatever the living organism is there, living and non-living organism, total together it is called biosphere. There are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. So, whatever the small bacteria to huge mammals, that means whatever those dolphins, okay, elephants, whatever it may be, everything comes under this biosphere. All the living organism on the earth's surface or in the ocean bodies together, that is biosphere. All the living organisms including humans are linked to each other onto the biosphere for survival. So, we are, for our food, what we will do? We are dependent upon plants and animals. From plants we are taking vegetables, fruits, and from animals we will take meat and eggs. Meat, eggs, milk we are getting. So, we here all these living organisms dependent upon each other. The organisms in the biosphere may broadly be divided into the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. Okay, this biosphere, this organism we can say animal kingdom and plant kingdom. The three domains of the earth interact with each other and affect each other in some way or the other. For example, cutting of forests for fulfilling our needs of wood or clearing land for agriculture may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. If we are taking and using means it's okay. But this cutting of forests and clearing of forests for the construction of human settlements, it is very dangerous to the biosphere. Similarly, Earth's surface may be changed due to natural calamities like earthquakes. For example, there could be submergence of land as happened in the case of tsunami recently, already in the last 2 years before. Okay, Kerala floods occurred. Why? What is the reason? The scientists, they said the mining sector, the mining what they were doing in the Kerala, that destroyed the earth's surface. For that purpose, their hill slopes, they are unable to catch this flood. That's why they that floods that much that much destruction happened. Parts of Andaman and Nicobar Islands were submerged underwater. Discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use. Whatever these disasters, natural disasters were occurring, these are what the human is doing to the biosphere. Okay, and I think in 2007 or something, it's a tsunami occurred. In that tsunami, what it happened? Some islands of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they submerged into, that is Indira Point, that submerged into the sea water. Now it is not there. Indira Point is not there. The place totally submerged in the water. Discharges of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use. So what we are doing in the factories and companies, what they are doing, they are discharging the waste water into rivers, canals. So what the river will do, what the water will do, they will get this spoiled. So that contaminated water we are using for the agriculture purpose, some are using for house needs, everything. So that what it happens, it also damages other forms of life. The living organism, what there will be in the water, they will die. Emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles pollute the air. Carbon dioxide is an important constituent of air, but increase in the amount of CO2, that means carbon dioxide, leads to increase in global temperatures. I already said, in the atmosphere what we understood, carbon dioxide, it absorbs the radiation of the earth. So, but what we are doing with these factories, that smoke, that means that carbon dioxide spreads into the air and it mixes with the air, and totally the percentage of carbon dioxide is increasing. What it leads to? It leads to global warming. That means the temperature of the earth will rise up. This is termed as global warming. So, the earth temperature is growing up means that radiation, that is called global warming. There is thus a need to limit the use of resources of the earth to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of the lithosphere, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. So what we have to do? We have to balance all these, the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. If there is balance means, then all these we have to limit the use of resources and the environment will be very good. So this is the lesson, children, major domains of the earth. Thank you. Have a nice day.